Impression of Donald Trump reacting to your new pod. What a podcast. Ham and cheese, they call it. What an amazing pod it is. I watched it. I thought, what a pod. The greatest pod. It needed a bit more Trump, but it's all good. Send $1 billion to Israel immediately. Dave Portnoy, he needs to be protected. Give him $1 billion. Kyoji coming back should be talked about more. Kyoji Horiguchi coming back should be talked about more. He should. One of the better wins on DJ's record is. Jokes aside, what's your honest opinion on Ngannou's career and story? It's pretty inspiring, you know. It's an inspiring story. From nothing to something's always inspiring, dude. Thank you for the 5. I did think he was a cunt until he got humbled by Stipe, though. So I liked the new version of him once Stipe beat him the first time. Because everyone acts like he was always this nice guy, but he was a fucking arrogant cunt to begin with, right? And then Stipe beat him the first time, and then he had this new approach of being a really nice guy all of a sudden. So, you know, but I think he's cool overall. But he just killed someone in Cameroon in a motorcycle accident. So I wouldn't be up there on the UFC. Like, honestly, though, be real with it. You're a family in Cameroon. They've just died. Your child has just died at the hands of... whatever you think about the doctors should have been able to save them, whatever you think. He got hit by a motorbike with Ngannou. And then you're there like, I don't know how I'm ever going to recover from this. And then Ngannou's up there on the UFC stage like... just out doing his thing still. Isn't that insane? That is insane to me. You know? Imagine that you've just lost one of your kids at the hands of someone in a motorcycle crash. And then a couple weeks later, you just see them up in like a big event, like going, you know, what's up, guys? I'm back, you know, still doing my thing. You know, it's kind of insane. Good job, bro. Thank you for the 30 months. Oh, with that logic, Mickey Gall is younger, so it's official Guru thinks Gall beats Usman. No, that's not the logic at all, but you made it such an extreme. Thank you. But younger fighters do beat the top contenders that are older. Eventually, they do. You just got to pick when and where it's going to happen. Keeps ruining the sport. The opposite of knee shrinks. Yeah, we get it. Event was in my hometown tonight, and I didn't get to watch all the fights. How was the crowd? I'd imagine they were quite dull because the whole event was shit, but yeah. The more you gain in popularity, the more your picks stink. Walking is kind of mediocre. His best wins are... Oh, it's good to hear from you. No one heard from you before the fight. So it's good to hear from you now. Everyone's always got right picks when no one knows what you're picking ever. No one knows what you've picked. No one knows what you've said at all. I love these people, man. If you want to become the 100% pick rate MMA YouTuber, do it and take over the whole scene on YouTube. Sick of these guys. Dude, how could you do that? Again, every week, how could I do it? You should fucking start a YouTube channel, dude. You'd have a 100% pick ratio. But no one knows what you've picked before the fights, ever. And his best wins are washed up boomers. Leon did way better. Shame, I hope the cut will roast himself. Same here. Same here. I've never donated, but I've watched you for years, man. Really proud of you, brother. Thank you to Demetrius Collabs. Fucking awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Andrew Beer. I think I recognize the profile picture a bit with the sun. It's true, though, isn't it? Like, so many times after these main events, people are like, huh, wow, really? You did that? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you would just get everything right and be a millionaire then. So go bet on the fights and be a millionaire. You know? You can be happy with Usman while acknowledging this makes the sport lost. So sometimes he moves and you feel like he's not even ready for where he's going to end up yet, you know? So we see that a lot with O'Malley just slipping all over the place. What they do is Ben Askren... He's not dead, is he? All the best. Okay, cool. He's not dead. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I thought he was dead. All right, never mind. Impression of Chael needlessly. Please do a video segment on how just because Chiesa dropped a lawsuit against the UFC McGregor for Conor throwing Dolly at the bus, we have to pretend he's a great fighter with easy matchups and undeserved commentary role. You're right. I didn't even bring up the fucking lawsuit that he dropped against the UFC. And now he's in commentary roles and he's in every opportunity. I mean, that's true. Thank you for the $10, Fade TV. Probably a good move for him in hindsight, right? But I don't like that. I don't like that we have to sit through that as fans because of the UFC's mistake. It's bullshit. Same with Anthony Smith, right? If he accepted a knee to the head against Jones and then lost the rematch, we never see him on an analyst desk ever again, you know? Come to Chicago for 319. You can stay at my house. I'm good. You think Sandhagen's best win, Song or Mario? Probably Song Yudong. The backs are getting exposed lately. They are, to be honest. And he is over-swinging everything he's throwing here looking for a finish. So he needs to get back to that low kick. But he just landed again over the top there. But he needs to get back to his low kick and kicks to the body. Good shot! Slept him out cold again with that hook. In the first round, Cameron Wellmaker. Nasty right hook puts him out cold. I was just saying, he needs to get back to his shots. But no, dude. Matinho will find a way to walk straight into it, dude. Right hook KO from Wellmaker. Nasty. Nasty one-punch KO from Wellmaker, dude. Malcolm Wellmaker, not Cameron. Sorry, I got a PTSD, guys. My bad. Malcolm Wellmaker with a nasty one-punch KO with a right hook. I just closed down the fights, so I'm missing everything now. Nasty fucking shot, dude. That was nice. Stand your beast. He did. I put a bet on, well, there you go. Finally got a Sunday off to watch the UFC and Guru live. Thank you. You're right. Need my weekly Spanian impression, please. Yuck, lad. Oh, they didn't even fucking start the fight. No, they did. For significant. Oh, Brundage got dropped. He's in on a takedown. He's back up. I think it was more off balance, and he's swinging back. Oh, here we go. They're swinging. Oh, Brundage is tearing it up. Brundage is tearing it up. They're swinging back and forth. Oh, put it on him now, Brundage. Calm it down now. All right, Mansour Abdul-Malik can be patient here and maybe get a finish. Brundage just started tearing it up like a prime Hyder Emil. Oh, knee to the body actually hurt Brundage. He's wilting. Smith's clapping in the crowd at this. It's over. There you go. Knee to the body hurts Brundage. A moment happened in the fight. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm really bringing down my estimations of Abdul-Malik moving forward, but that was a good finish with the knee to the body, I think it was. Oh, there we go. That was a big moment. Blame me, I can't drink. I completely forgot to write my message last donation, but I asked for a 3-piece accumulator. No, I gave you. I told you. Yeah. Just fucking give Rose a 10-8 or something. Save the parlays. Luke Thomas is an obvious hater, but BC gives you props, and he's the only media that will say your name. What's your thoughts on Brian Campbell? Oh, Miranda Maverick's injured, conveniently, guys. She'll win that 2-1, though. Thank you for the 5. Luke Thomas hates me. He'll never like me, though. He's a different kind of white person than I am. When it comes to BC, I don't know. I donated to him once just because after he mentioned me on Morning Combat, I donated saying something like, what's your thoughts on that MMA guru guy? And he just ignored it. He went like this. So I'm not sure about BC, but he is quite funny. Honestly, I feel like I'm your father. Honestly, I feel like I'm your father. Right, thank you for the 10. Can we have another Dana, you goofball? Oh, people forget, man. India has more air disasters than MMA wins this year. Video, which is coming out after the stream, so yeah, I didn't mind it. Did you see Patchy making excuses on his story? I didn't see Patchy Mix making excuses on his story. What was his excuses? Let's have a little look. Patchy Mix on his story. Pause. The world always feels slow after a moment like this because you just want to get it back ASAP, but harness the feeling. It becomes power later. GSP told us that after the Matt Serra loss, and then look what happened after every fight after that. I'll write this story correctly, he said. Took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. He did. Against the guy who was on an 8-fight win streak in the UFC. I don't hang my head. I'm proud to represent where I'm from. Angola, Buffalo, New York. Most of you men that think you could give an honest assessment could never relate, especially these wrestlers. Tough night for me in the office. I mean, I don't see the excuse. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he said that he took it on short notice, which he did. You know, he did take the fight on extremely short notice. So, It's tough. That's what happens, man. Compete with me on these takes. So you got to fight for the breadcrumbs of the shittier little takes. You know what I mean? Stink Stank Stinkaroo, MMA Guru, Farts and Doo-Doo. Thank you for the 2. Sean versus Umar or Cejudo maybe. He'd love a tune-up. Yeah, the Cejudo fight could happen, but I doubt it will happen. Morab is marauding his way through the division, emoting on these falls with a smile on his face. Now finishing 2. Sean versus Cheeto is more boring, IMO. Sean versus Vera was more boring to you than Morab's fights. You can't be helped. Enjoy the sport. You can't be helped. Sean Vera was a sick fight. Even though Vera didn't have much success. Dude, it's so much... And it's insane, Cheddarhead. I know it's insane listening to these absolute retards. You know what I think it is? I think you're a bitch in real life, so you value bitches at the top of the sport. That's what you are. You're a bitch-ass pussy in real life with no ability to do something cool of yourself. So you root for the people that are not cool and not flashy and not interesting and have no talent and no, like, cool moment. That's what it is. You're a bitch of life. So you'll root for the bitches of the sport. It's perfect for you. You do that. Vera O'Malley was more boring than Morab. Are you dumb? It's actually so true, I think. You're a bitch of life, so you're rooting for the bitchiest thing possible. You're like an SGA fan. You're actually like an SGA fan in basketball. Like, I actually really like SGA's game. This is the best thing to watch. You can't deny his efficiency. You're a loser, man. You're just a loser. This is the way it is. I don't mind Morab. He's a cool dude. Good for him. He's a great fighter. He's a great mixed martial artist. He's not more fun. He's not more fun. He just isn't. I love your shit, bro, but I've already read it and it's wrong. When would you say the UFC started falling off? We're back this... I'm not even going to talk about him falling off anymore. We've got Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira. And people love that fight. Why do people love Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, chat? Why does everyone unanimously love Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira as a matchup? Is it because they're both like warriors that want to hurt their opponent at all costs? It might be. I think it is. I think that's a part of it. But it's a shame that you don't dislike one of them. Otherwise, you would act like you didn't like that. So that's unfortunate, I guess. So, but yeah. No, the UFC's back from like next month onwards. Or this month, moving forwards with Usman, Buckley and all of these fights. So I hope they keep it up. Patchy and Pitbull are the reason why the UFC didn't buy Bellator after buying all the other promotions. They're trash. They really are, yeah. So you owe me, Piggy. Thank you for the $2. Blato on top in half guard here. Should look to do a couple big shots of ground and pound. He could try to secure himself the round. Low kicks there on Paul Craig. Do some in a ground and pound, man. There you go. He tears it up on the inside. Oh, he got hit in the up. Oh, he's faking being out as well. He's faked being out! Bellato just faked being out on the ground. He's absolutely faking it! He's absolutely faked it! He absolutely faked that shit! Oh my God, Rodolfo Bellato's faking that shit. Rodolfo Bellato just faked that shit. Wow. Dude, and if it's legal, then they're actually going to probably give him a A loss, because that was a KO win from Paul Craig. What the fuck was that acting, dude? Dude, he came to and saw the ghost of Paul Craig hunting him down. Dude, Paul Craig sent him to the fucking Shadow Realm. Dude, Paul Craig sent him to the Shadow Realm, dude. I swear he did. He put him in the Shadow Realm. He woke back up like Joseph Benavidez. Ah! Scared of Paul Craig. He had a dream Paul Craig was leg locking him. Why would he fake that shit, though? You're probably going to win this fight. Why would you do this? What is this decision making here? Seriously, though. Now is some liveliness to the card. What the fuck is going on? Rodolfo Gelato looking soft-bodied and full of flavor, yeah. Gelato. Rodolfo Gelato, yeah. He better get up before John takes advantage, true. Is this the funniest finish to a fight this year? It might just be. What are they going to call it? That was worse than Aljo. What are they going to call this? A DQ? No contest, maybe? I mean, Craig won the round, arguably, right? That was worse than Aljo. It was way worse, yeah. Wow. The ghost of the bear Jew. Dude, what a fucking... Dude, Paul Craig's gassed! Dude, Paul Craig's thinking, hey, another fight for Paul Craig, huh? Got away with another one. Paul Craig strikes again, lad. Somehow worse than Aljo's acting, yeah. They're going to replay it here. Dude, he was so not hurt by that fucking up kick. He was mid-complaint to the ref. He went like this, huh? Dude, that was so fucking obvious, dude. He went like this. He actually went like this. He got KO'd by the ref's death stare back at him, I reckon. He looked at the ref and went, eh? And just slept in front of him. No way did he do that. That is so bad from him. That is so bad. Somehow worse than Aljo's acting true. I see Aljo in Bellato, dude. But how fucking pathetic is that? Acting is such BS. No one has ever had that reaction. That was so bad. Thank you for the streams, Guru. Appreciate it, man. No problem, dude. I'm glad I was live for this one. Fucking hell. What an absolute fucking joke of a fighter Rodolfo Bellato is. Like, on a real, though, that is some pussy shit right there. Thank you for the $2. Goofy, our last 2 fights. Yep. Dude, hang on a second. Jesus, how is that even a thing? Bellato had worse acting than George Floyd. All right. Worst yellow truck loss ever. Thank you for the 2. That was fucking awful. Thank you for the 2. He should have swung on the ref to sell it better. He should have, yeah. What are they going to call this? Accidental no contest or a DQ win? I knew Paul was a good pick. I mean, he can't win, so it wasn't a good pick to say that he'd win. He can't win here. It's a no contest or a DQ and he's cut. He's going to blame it on the herpes. Rodolfo Gelato heading straight to the PFL. Yeah. I think it's real before the up kick, before he threw the kick and wobbled. He looked like he was already hurt. No. No contest. Did Bellato just not just wake up? Like, if you didn't stop the fight, start it back, what are we doing? I know, he just said time. I know, yeah. I mean, if he wasn't out cold, then it's fine. Dude, he clearly faked that shit. Bro saw Ben Askren in the Realm of Shadows. Did he pretend to spaz out? Dude, he was mid-complaint to the ref and he just flopped backwards, dude. What a fucking fraud. Another W for the bedroom. Craig has more heart, yeah. Just tuned in. What the fuck happened? Also, Juice Rock. Ironically, Phil Hawes just got DQ'd minutes ago. There you go. Clicked pause and clicked on the throw in the towel. He faked that shit. Then he was up. I don't know what it was. He's trying to fight for a leg lock on the ref, dude. What a fucking idiot. Bellato fighting off an 8-legged Woodson. 8-legged Woodson's in the Shadow Realm. He is, dude. Braveheart with the moral victory. Dude, he came back too quick and scared. Actually fucking pathetic acting from him. Bellato been a fraud, got 10-8'd by Jimmy Crute, yeah. Bellato threw a kick, before the up kick, he was wobbling. Impression of Eric Nixick getting Nick sick. All right. These Dins are kicking my ass. Thank you for the 5. He rocked himself on the canvas, hitting his head. No, dude, he made that shit up. He went limp in the middle of his complaint. Bro thinks he's Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, he did not sell that shit at all.